Well, I guess I've always been in the outdoors. Like, my parents are very outdoorsy people, and they just brought us up to be that way as well. So, like, every weekend and every holiday, we're gonna do this variety of outdoors activities. So my most recent caving trip was with my dad and my big sister Abby, and that was lovely because Abby lives in Cambridge now, so I don't get to see her very much at all. We had like a 10-15 minute trek to get up to the entrance to the cave, and so we were just sweating and disgusting and just so warm, and it was rank, but it was great.
Yeah, same. Who feels elegant? God almighty.
So once you're in, you have you're walking down a river essentially, down a corridor. After you've been down the corridor for a bit, you get to these, I guess, intersection kind of things, and they just have giant pools of water in, and that you have to traverse around. I've been doing a lot more caving than Abby recently, and I know where to put my feet as I'm trying to slide down to the edge above the pool. There were a couple of bits that Abby got a little bit stuck on. You know, not in danger of death or anything, but maybe slightly less comfortable than she could have been. I don't think everyone has equal access to the outdoors. I think my sister and myself and our friends were incredibly lucky. To have family members that would take us to do all these outdoor things, and also to have the access. We're in Cumbria, we're in the Lake District, we can get there. But for a lot of people, you're nowhere near it. You don't have the people to take you. And also there's a lot of kit issues, especially if you're a woman, if you're short, if you're anything else. A lot of it isn't going to fit, it's not going to be made for you. And it's easier to get injured or just to not be able to get there in the first place. So then we got to the first SRT bit, and Dad rigged it. I do know how to rig, sort of, but for this trip there were time constraints and Dad was doing it. It was easier. Abby hadn't been down again in a while, so we had a few moments of just let's remember how to do the ropes. And even for myself, it shows you on the descender where to put the rope, but there's always a moment just have I put this through the right way? And it is a small moment of panic.
Fine that time. Nice. Nice. Different. Unusual. I've not really been doing much upper body. Apart from lifting pints. Oh yeah, well that takes a lot. Mental and physical. That one
Yeah, so there's a couple more descents after that one. There's a bit called Greasy Slab, which, as you might guess from its name, is really slippy. So we went down that, and that's actually not that big a bit. And then there's this really amazing bridge. I don't know how it got there. It looks like a rock just fell from the sky and created the bridge. It's amazing. And you crawl over that, and then you can either go left or right to drop down. But that was the original plan. But on this day, we had a couple of time constraints, largely getting Abby back to Cambridge on time. So on this day, we had to abandon the original plan of dropping, 40 metres? I think it's 40 metres down to the bottom. And instead, we just did the nice drop over the bridge, had a look down to the bottom, and then went back up and had lunch.
Brownie, Elsa? I would love some brownie. Oh, that's moist. That's very moist.
I got into caving because of my dad. I think my mum's been down with us before, but it's mostly Dad taking us down. I've got a friend called Tess who's the same age as me, and we largely grew up together. Dad and her dad would take us caving, which was awesome. And when you're smaller as well, because we were children, you can fit through all the gaps better, and it is really fun, especially when the adults can't come after you. So some of the bits, like for SRT, getting up can be slightly harder. I actually prefer the ascents because I can do it quite fast. But on bits like when you're going back up from Greasy Slab, it's really easy to get a bit stuck. But yeah, once you're done with that one, you've got the cheese press next. Luckily, that's the last bit of SRT because you need to take all your gear off because the cheese press is about as wide as I am. And you army crawl through it. I haven't done it in a while. I don't know if Abby had ever done it. I don't think she had. And I have, as I said, been through it before, so I know the path. So I managed to get through. A little tighter than when I was younger. There were moments of rib crushing. And then Abby gave it a go, and she found it slightly harder because she doesn't know which way to go. So Abby did have to give up on the cheese press for fear of death, really. As I've gotten older, I've been able to look back at my childhood and realise how privileged a place we've come from. Like, I understand that a lot of people haven't had these opportunities and haven't been able to have these experiences that we've had because of our family and like our family's friends. But I've met so many people as an adult that didn't have these experiences and later in life have found such a love of nature. And I think it is just important to remember that even if you didn't grow up immersed in outdoors and outdoors experiences, that it's not too late, there's still time. Like, it's right there. You can just go out there, get in it, and just make really nice friends along the way as well. There's so many people who just want to go and throw themselves in a tarn with you.
All right.
Here we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this. Oh no, I think it is my boobs. Oh no. Gosh, to get that really fat man to do.